We're going to start a quick intro into this. This is the COLT's presentation, and it's going to be followed later on by the annual general meeting once the adults get going. But at the moment we're concentrating on the COLTs. We've had a season that started very slowly, and it kind of built up into a nice little crescendo when we finally won the under-13s plate, which was a beautiful afternoon at Woodford Wells, and you know, very, very gratifying for all of us who knew that age group was a bit special, you know, and they finally proved it. So we've got the cup over there that we won on the day. Anyway, a little announcement. We've secured a trainer to train people as assistant coaches. It's a one-day course, and we're going to hire a hall, and any adults that are interested in doing this one-day course, that they'll get a certificate from at the end. The club will pay for it. We're hoping to get as many adults who understand how to help the coaches. And so there'll be no big commitment on it. It will just be that, like, every training day we'll have more people who are competent around to look for health and safety, help to coach the boys, you know, add to the input of the actual qualified coaches. Now, this can lead to a level 1 coaching thing that the club will pay for, or a level 2, which ends up with you being a full coach, which can be a career. So at the moment there's only 2 level 2 coaches at the club, which is myself and Ben, who unfortunately can't make it tonight. He's been working at Tottenham like me, but he had to leave a bit later and he was caught in the storm. So I don't know whether he might get here later. Also, an apology is from Tariq, who's had to return to Pakistan because of a death in his family. So we're missing a few people. Also, a very big miss has been Courtney, who's announced that he is not able to carry on helping the club, and he's been absolutely massive last year. He's been a giant in helping me, and he had a lot to do with the success that we had with the under-13s. I'm sure all the boys, you know, agree with that. Yeah. And you know, so anyway, getting into it, the first person I'm going to call out is, because he's got to go to the theatre tonight and they can't stay very long, is Max Prevenyas. And he's the under 11s player of the season. So if you can present him with that, and that will be a gold medal. That'll be, I've got to give you all the medals, a gold medal. So let's have a photograph. If you can face the camera with it, because all right, and you can get one with him, right? So that's good. So he can get off to the theatre now. Right, Dave Mann. Right, so Dave, you've got to give an annual report before I get into the rest of the presentations.
Lovely. Well, my name's Dave, and I'm the chairman of Newham Cricket Club, and I was one of a handful of people 25 years ago that got some strimmers and started to cut down 4-foot high grass the whole way across this field. And now, honestly, the anthill was almost as high as my waist. And it is one of the thrills of my life to come over on a Saturday and seeing the adults play, and walking across the field on a Sunday morning and seeing the games and all of you in action.
Yeah. Do you want to come and get seats
it's great.
Mind you, you're doing a good job in this.
The next season, we've got training started tomorrow, haven't we? Yeah, I hope that's in your diary. It's great to look forward, but it's also quite nerve-wracking because you don't quite know whether it's going to go as well as however as last year. So I thought that I'd just show you 6 pictures from a film that was on the telly over Christmas called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. Did anybody see that? Have you seen that? Yeah, it's a lovely one. And when we look forward, sometimes it can make us nervous. And we're looking forward to the new season, but here it says we've got such a long way to go. There are so many things to do, so much practice to put into place. But one of the nice things that we're going to do tonight before we look forwards, it's to look backwards. And so the next one says, yes, we're nervous about looking forwards, but yes, look how far we've come. And for me, whatever we do this year in terms of success, whether we repeat the plate trophy this year, doesn't really matter. In the long-term scheme of things, we've come such a long way, which we want to celebrate. And when I come along on a Sunday morning, and I see you all in your whites and hear the sound of the ball on the back, it looks so beautiful and smooth. And this one is a quote there. It says, how do they look so together and perfect? They're looking at swans just gliding along. But actually something else is going on, isn't it? How do they look so perfect? Well, there's a lot of frantic paddling underneath. And swans glide along, they're really working hard. It looks so simple and lovely when you're all out on the field, but there is so much work that has gone into making all of that possible. There's been so much work that's gone into this evening, all of the refreshments being prepared, all of the awards, the medals being purchased and organised. So I personally, and I think all of us, are really grateful to those that do that frantic paddling in order for us to benefit and in order for us to watch you grow and develop, not just as cricketers but as people, young people. As we look forward, there's another question here. What is the bravest thing you've ever said the boy, or asked the boy. And have a little think about what's the bravest thing you might think somebody might say. The answer there is on the bottom, help. Which is not a very strong or a brave thing, is it? It's actually admitting that we're not as strong as we'd like to be. And I wish that we were like some of our suburban friends and clubs that have got more money than they know what to do with. That is not the case with us, is it? Not as a club, not as families. We need help and support. And I just want to echo what Paul was saying about the opportunity for us as parents to spend a day to be trained as assistants and coaches. And I can guarantee that that investment as parents will really, it'll be worth more than money in terms of being fulfilled and seeing your children grow and develop, but also seeing other children who perhaps don't have the same level of support as you can give grow and flourish too. And there are many other ways that we can help in terms of fundraising. So as a club, we need your help in order to be able to see your children and other children flourishing. So please think really seriously about what you can contribute, not just in terms of money, but in terms of time and care. And the other thing I think is really important about the club is that, yes, this is Newham Cricket Club. Bill Shankly, he was an old Liverpool manager, he said some things are matters of life and death, but football is more important than that. And maybe for some of us, we think actually cricket is more important, or the most important thing. But the truth is, it's not, is it? The most important thing is how we grow as people and how we care and support each other. And so I want Newham Cricket Club to win loads of trophies, to be brilliant at cricket, flourish financially, but more than that, I want us to genuinely grow as a family where we care for each other and we support each other through the good times and through the bad times. So I encourage you as young people, you as parents, if you're struggling, it's brave to ask for help, and we've got lots of resources, not just in the club, but what we're trying to do, we have a day centre for our homeless friends each day here in this building. We have debt advice, we have loads of support services, we have lots of activities, physical things, because we want to grow and flourish as a whole family. And we need to be able to admit when we need that help. So that offer is open to all of us. That's enough from me. Thank you for coming, thank you for thrilling me on Sunday mornings when I walk across and watch some of those beautiful 4s and 6s. I'm going to hand back to Paul now to hand out the medals and things.
Right. Such a very profound speech there by Dave, and so very true, wasn't it? I'm sure you all agree. So thank you for that, and be ready to. You're my celebrity to hand these things out. You better stand this side of me where the medals are. All right. So I've got to take some guidance from the board now because technology's taken over and it overtakes me. You know. So we've got best batsman for the under-8s, Almir Bafar. So Dave, hang on. Actually, you'd be better off. These are all in order. So if you hold them and hand it out, yeah, and that'll be a silver. And Dave, a silver medal for him. I'll tell you what. I'll hold them. Right. Well done, Amber. Right, so we've got... Right, best bowler, Mirbalach Kawa. And that'll be a silver. I've got two. Oh, sorry. Is he not here? I saw his dad's not here either, is he? So that'll go for the same for the next one, which is Mayor Kawa. Yeah. Right, so keep them aside. Right, under-8s player of the season. I haven't seen him. Ibrahim Al-Rahman. He's the under-8s player of the season. Oh, he is here. Well done, Ibrahim. All right. Take that and get your medal. Right, the medals are the best player gets the gold, the other best batsman, best bowler gets a silver, and at the end we're going to be giving a load of them out to people. Well done. Right, now we come on to the under-9s. So all these players played in under-9 games, even like the under-8 players. We had a very young team out last year. Under-9's best batsman was Raid Sami. So that's a gold. Oh, no, a silver. It's not here. Right, okay. Under-9's best bowler, Sethika Kanakaji. Is he here? No, Sethika's not here. Under-9's best all-rounder was Mohammed Hussain Khatri. I haven't seen him here either. Yeah. Right. Under-9's best fielder, Ibrahim Ali Rahman. So, Ibrahim was an exceptional fielder, so I thought he should be recognised for that as well. Right. And the we got under-9's player of the season, Das Kanwaldeep Singh. I think his dad phoned me and he couldn't make. They have a long way to come. We'll sort them out. Right, so we come on to the under-10s. Right, under-10s best batter, Arham Mirza. That's the silver medal. All right, sorry mate. Right. Under-10's best all-rounder was Anay Hongalji, which I haven't seen him and his dad here today.
Best bowler.
Huh?
Best bowler as well.
Yeah. Best bowler is Shahir Ali. Right, I haven't got... Now, Shahir, I've already warned him. I looked at the list and I realised his sheet was missing from here. So that's down to my bad printing. But he's the best bowler of the year. Yeah. I'll have that done for you tomorrow, okay? Under 10s player of the season, Hansaka Jahapu. And I haven't seen him here tonight either, so there we go. Yes. Well done, yeah. Yeah. Did you have him up? Yeah. Right. So we come on to the under 11s. Under 11's best batsman, Ali Yusuf. He's not, haven't seen him here. Right. Under 11's best all-rounder, Ayan Ali Rahman. Oh shit, wait. Yeah. Oh, did I? Sorry, yeah. Shoaib Ayan, yeah, coming out. Oh, sorry, that's that one. That one there. And, so go there, take it.
Congratulations.
Right.
There we go.
Under 11's best bowler is Shoaib Ibrahim. I've seen him. Well done, Shoaib. Yeah. Now, I've put here, Shoaib's an accurate and skillful medium pace bowler and useful middle order batter who unfortunately was not available as much as we would have liked. One of the reasons the under 11s didn't do so well, and there was a few of them. He wasn't alone. Right. I'll start reading out what I've actually written on here. I should have done it for the earlier ones. Right, we've got, where are we? Under 12s. We'd already done the under 12 player, the under 11 player of the season, which was Max, if you recall, okay? Under 12's best batter, Manthan Patel. Well done, Manthan. Let me read it out. I'll say, Manthan's a reliable and prolific opening batsman, captain, and also a good bowler and fielder, stroke wicket keeper, who contributed greatly to the cup win. Okay. Another speed. Oh, sorry. Right. Under 12's best bowler is Rishi Patel. Rishi is an accurate, penetrating medium pace bowler who rarely concedes runs and also good with bat and field. So there you go, Rishi. Now, under 12's best all-rounder is Yuvraj Singh. I haven't seen him tonight. Some of these have moved and they're coming from a long way. So anyway, then we've come to the under 12's player of the season, which is Yohanan Komaguri. Now, Yohanan improved massively this season, scored a lot of runs, and he's a very good bowler as well. So. Right, have I done the under 12s? We're on to the under 13s, right. Right, under 13's best batsman, Ryan Ali. Right, now Ryan is a high-class attacking batsman and also an accurate and penetrating pace bowler who contributed greatly to the cup win despite being unavailable for a lot of the season. So we'd have done even better with players like him around. Right? Under 13's best bowler, Kartik Shibu. Kartik's an excellent attacking pace bowler and also a big hitting late order batsman who contributed to the cup very greatly. That's all right. Have you got certificates? Oh, one minute. Actually, yeah. How comes we've got under 13s best all-rounder, Tausif Ahmed. Tausif is a reliable attacking batsman and also a penetrating pace bowler and fine wicket keeper. So there you go. Now we come to the under 12s, the extra under 12s captains. Huh? Under 13s what? Oh yeah. Where are we?
It might.
I've got it. Yeah. Now, yeah. Now.
Overall player season 2.
What's what?
That's overall player.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've got it for you. Yeah. Right. I've made a bit of a mistake here. I've got the under 13s player of the season as Hasnain Shazad, and I've gone and written it Shabazz. So I think on the other side, there's no name on that one, but I'll do it properly tomorrow. But Hasnain was pretty awesome, and last night we were playing in an indoor under 13 game, and they absolutely could not play him. He took 2 for 8 on 3 overs, yeah. Right now, because this group of players was absolutely so good, not everybody got on the best batsman, best bowler thing, and we've got a number of people here who were like under 12's cup winner, Dithishan Uthaya Kumar. Uthaya Kumar, that's better, isn't it? There you go, look at that, for a silver. Yeah. What's this? Right, and the trophy, yeah. Yeah, let me just read these out again, right? Under 12's cup winner, Ismail Baig, who came late in the season and contributed nicely. He's not actually here. All right, so there's 2 there, aren't there? Under 12's cup winner, Umar Fazib. He's not here, Umar. Have I missed anyone out on this group? Who? Anik. Oh, don't worry, we get into Anik. I've done. Right, we've got. Yeah, I did Anik. Where is he? Yeah, Anik. I have got a certificate for him. I remember doing it. Where have I got Anik on my list?
Get them all here so they can take a picture with us.
Yeah, all right. Right, that's the end of the under 13s by the looks of things. I have done you one, Anik. I can't find it. Huh?
You gave it to Ryan and Ryan dropped it.
Oh, did he? Oh, yeah, let me call it out. Right, we've got under 13s best batsman, Anik Abdul Samad. I've done 2 best batsmen. The reason being, it was very hard to split him and Ryan, who were both equally excellent. So, right. So that's that group that were the cup-winning group, and I'd like to invite them all up here to have a picture holding the trophy. Everybody who contributed, not only in the final, but the ones that were in all the rounds. Yeah.
Who's your captain?
Yeah. There was. Yeah. Right.
Come and hide the old ugly ones.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, that's it. I'll do that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, go on. Right, Manson, he shouldn't have to. Let him hold it.
Congratulations.
Right. Oh, let's have a 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Just turn to the
No, it's all right. Yeah. Well done, boys. That's wonderful. No, I'm all right. Yeah, I'll just say a couple of things about that team. The season started very slowly for them, and they lost a couple of games earlier in the season. And we were thinking, sure, maybe they're not as good as we all think they are. But once they got into their stride, they won 6 games on the trot against all the biggest sides that were around, qualified for the plate, and then went through and won it. So that was 6 games on the trot, and they wiped the floor with nearly every team there. They weren't close wins, they absolutely wiped them, you know, and we finally saw them come through as what a group we all suspected they were, you know. And I think they could have done even more, you know, than what they did, you know, had they all been together all the time, all been available all times. But that's the way it is. But it was hugely satisfying that final day at Woodford Wells. And we're hoping some of the younger groups can come through and be a group like these. You know, they supported each other. They were they had the right attitude where, without being unsporting or anything like that, they were supportive. They were a pleasure to work with, all of them. There was no egos. They were just a fantastic group, and I'm looking forward to them becoming a match play team. And it would be lovely to see them making some waves in the match play. You know, so anyway, let's move on. We've got the under-14s here, and we've got the under-14s best batter. Are we ready for that? Kieran Dickinson. Kieran? Well done, mate. Yeah, Kieran improved massively last season with the bat. And well done, Kieran. We've got the under-14's best all-rounder, Muiz Hussain. Well done, mate. Well done, mate. Right. Well done, boys. Under-14's best bowler, Vansh Trivedi. I've been forgetting to read out the things. That's accurate and skillful bowler. There we go. And with Maurice, what did I put on yours? I forgot to read it out. Yeah. Right, you got it. Right. Under-14's player of the season, who was a player who he's actually under 13, and he was playing with the under 15s, and then finally blossomed through and turned out he was only under 13. So we dragged him into the under 13 team at the end. No, God knows, some of the players that we had here, if they'd have been involved all the season, I think we'd have wiped everybody everywhere, you know. But Mahfouz Hassan Mazumba, I don't think he's here tonight, is he? Yeah, okay. Oh, you can take it on his behalf. So if you come, don't take a photo. You just take his medal. Right. We have our under-15s now. So, under 15's best batter, Mueed Bukhari. Mueed's been with the club since he was 7-year-old and has developed into a dominating batsman and reliable wicket-keeper. His bowling we still have to see. He has potential as a bowler, but he doesn't work hard enough at it. Right, under 15's best bowler, Murad Hassan, but he's not here. Now, I've given it to Murad. Murad is probably the hardest working cricketer in the whole club. And I feel like he deserves some recognition for that, but he's not here tonight. Don't know why. Under 15's best all-rounder, Mohammed Jamil Ebni Ashad. There's the man. Well done, mate. Yeah. Let me tell you what it says on it. Yeah. What's it say? What it says on this? Yeah, he's one of the most improved players at the club, and he's an awesome bowler now. Right, under 15's player of the season, Sevak Chagga. Well done, mate. Whoops. Classy batsman. Yeah. Classy batsman and a very good spinner. Now he's finally showing what he can do with the ball, aren't you? Well done, mate. Right, coming on to the under 16s. Under 16's best batter, Afsar Abdul Samad. Now, yeah, well done, mate. You take it for him. Yeah, all the players. Do you want to get his medal? All the players in this section were all rounders, really, and it was hard to decide who was the specialist at what and what. But under 16's best bowler, Adib Khalid. Is he here? Yeah. I have a feeling he actually was under 15 last year, wasn't he? And under 16's player of the season, Wasif Mohammed. Hold on, mate. Yeah, Wasif's a regular in the adult side, you know. As you can see, he's very mature for his age, and he's a regular adult player. As is Mueed and Sevak. Both play regularly for the adults. Right, now we've got a special award here, which we have done in the past, and but usually only when we win a trophy. And it's the Newham CC Captain Fantastic 2022, and that's Manthan Patel. Well done, Manthan. Right, so now how do you want to go on to to this? Do you want to go straight into this?
Yes, that's
right. Now, Newham CC Player of the Season, overall COLT Player of the Season, and we had 2 or 3 contenders for this. There was a couple of contenders that weren't here enough to actually be put in for this award. But there was one that was so much improved with his batting that quite a few people thought it might be him. But overall, there was one player that was inspirational, drove the team through to win the cup, and that was Husnain. So, and I think that's what got well. Right, well done, mate. Oh yeah. You can. Yeah. Well done, mate. So, you know, to sort of summarise on all this, really. We've got so much talent at this club, and we're always getting praise from other teams about not only how well behaved our boys are, but also, you know, the sporting side of it, and also how skillful all our players are. But we really should be winning more trophies, you know, with the amount of talent that's in this club. Last night we lost the game by 2 runs, didn't we? And we were so much the better team against South Loughton. We'd actually put a weakened team out because we thought possibly there was a few players that deserved a go. And we thought, well, South Loughton are a huge team. We'd probably get beaten anyway. As it turned out, we lost by 2 runs and they couldn't believe they'd won it at the end. It was sad, wasn't it? You sat and watched it, isn't that true? And we've got to turn the talent that there is in this area into winning talent. You know, and winning isn't everything, as Dave says, but it's very, very satisfying to do, you know, and it drives a process of creating a community and a proud community. And that's one of the things why we want a lot of adults to start getting more involved in the club. And if people start signing up for these courses that we have, so that they can come to training and not just stand on the sidelines and watch everybody being trained, but actually take a part in it, you know, and possibly grow into coaches themselves. You know, I was only a bit part cricket player from the past when I turned up here. You know, I was no great you know, ex-international or anything like that. I played for the fire brigade, and I was more of a football player. But once you get into it, it gets into your blood, and you don't know where it might take you. You know, so I really, you know, advise anybody to get involved. It's been hugely sort of satisfying for my life, you know, and you know, hugely trying on my wife's life as well. But anyway, yeah, thanks for the support that my wife gives me. Yeah, so thank you. Do you want to say a few more words, Dave?
Yeah, I think the most appropriate way to finish is actually to say Paul. I echo his words for Courtney. We really appreciate his input, and Ben.
Yeah.
But Paul and his family, the sacrifices they make, they are just so passionate about, not about cricket yet, but more about seeing you flourish as young people. So, thank you, Paul. It's really great.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, and I'll reiterate about Courtney, and also about Sajil, who left us really 2 years ago. Sajil was giant for helping this club come along, you know, and we're waiting for the next giant to help me now. So, you know, Mohammed here has always been a great help, you know, sort of like one of those guys on the side that I can always rely on to come and help with all things. Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so
have we got refreshments there?
yeah, please have some of these refreshments. Yeah.
Well done. Thank you.
Thanks very much, folks.